But he's actually there for Sky Sports. Hey, Craig. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Hope we're ready for an interesting race. We hope it's going to be interesting, don't we? We'll find out. 10 minutes to go. Look how handsome George Russell is. He's so handsome, isn't he? His skin is so majestic. Tom, how are you? Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm ready. Just do some pre-race stretches, you know. The G-forces, they can be really strong, you know. All right, I'm good. I'm ready for the race now. I'm ready. Morning, Current. Well, morning for you. What a weird advert with Rory McIlroy on Sky. Bizarre. Alfonso, good afternoon. I'm gonna put this here for anyone that wants it. I persuaded you to buy SnowRunner, and that is what you call an influencer. That is what you call an influencer. Just getting the live timings up here as well. Okay, I'm ready. It is a good game. I'll play more of the expeditions, but I might end up going back to SnowRunner, honestly. Oh, can anyone catch Max? That is the question. Max, as a rule, gets really good stats. It's not very common that he gets a bad start, so I do expect him to lead. The ANK, which one's the ANK, Alfonso? I'm not sure if I know. First in the off-road character. I think I've got all of the DLC. Or at least most of it. What are we thinking then, guys? What are we thinking for the result? Everyone voting for Max? Do 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 do. Is it called the ANK, Alfonso? Is that its name? Oh, I do know the one. I know the one. Yeah, it's the ANK MK38. Yeah. Yeah, I just looked at it. Yeah, I haven't actually played any of the new DLCs on Snowrun. Let me just make sure that this is... Yeah, delay time 0. Good. We're still missing... We're still missing Piastri. There we go. There we go. Piastri's back. Siddharth, how you doing? Perfect. Oscar Piastri returns.
Potential of your car, but be mindful of the tires.
The wind is obviously changed direction a lot from yesterday, so
Okay.
just let me know if that changes through the race.
Who races on a bloody Saturday? Indeed. For those of you watching on Twitch, maybe head over to the YouTube stream and hit that like button. You know, just give it a cheeky like. You know, why not? If you're watching on YouTube, then be sure to like the stream. It does help. Thank you. Yeah, Le Mans, well, WEC do their races on a Saturday most of the time, I think. Like the Qatar is kicked off earlier today. Yeah, I love that, Kurtz. Love that. Everyone, I believe, is on soft tyres. The only team that had fresh softs, though, was Red Bull. Oh, also, I did talk about this the other day, but DRS is available after 1 lap now, rather than 2. So bear that in mind when the race starts. Yeah, I like that, Shock. It's a good idea. So I'll tell you when they go off for the formation lap, so everyone's got time to pause the stream or whatever to match it up with what you've got. Right, they're leaving the grid right now. on the formation lap. I don't know if it's going to be a one-stopper. I don't think they really know what the deg's going to be like. I've missed Formula One. But yeah, I agree. I think the likelihood of Max winning is fairly high, isn't it? Let's be honest. So they do predict a two-stop, soft hard soft or soft hard hard. Red Bull are the only team that have a fresh set of softs. So if Red Bull could go soft hard soft and make it work, whereas other teams can't. Well, unless they put another set of used softs on. So the thing is, Red Bull seems to be very strong on tyre deg. That's why their race pace is so good, whereas most of the other teams drop off quite a bit. Bag, good afternoon. Eddie. Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen to take each other out into turn one. George Russell to win the race. DRS after one lap. That is right, yeah. Adrian Newey looking like he's ready. As always, I will tell you when the lights start going out so that you can pause, stream, or whatever, time it up with. Max is on the grid a lot earlier than most other people. It's going to be a long wait for him. Yeah, all the cars at the back still lining up. Right. It's close. Oh, baby. Light now. Wow, they were fast. Wait, go. Yeah, good start. A good start for Verstappen. Oh. And Aston Martin's gone round. Lance Stroll. Yeah, it was a good launch from Max. The McLarens are having a little squabble as well. Yellow flag in sector 1. Again, front wing damage for... Oh, Hulkenberg. No. No, Nico. Ah. That's a shame. Yeah, Ricciardo's gone down to 14th. Max has almost got that second gap. Max is already out of the DRS. Poor Hulkenberg, man. I have to see what happens. I haven't seen a replay of it yet.
The previous drop was -2.
Oh, there we go. Norris on Alonso. There's a bit of a cat. Oh, hello. Russell. On Leclerc. I don't know what's happened there. There's some carbon fiber down at turn 8. Oh, another lockup from Charles Leclerc. I honestly don't know if F1 TV is worth it, Thorn, because we can't get the full service in the UK. Yeah, where is Peter? I need to see what happened with Leclerc, whether he made a mistake or Russell just caught him. Yeah. Like, the pack of Norris, Alonso, Piastri, and Hamilton's fallen back quite a lot as well. Wasn't a great start from Russell, really. Russell got quite lucky because Perez just didn't have anywhere to go. Oh, Perez had to get out of it slightly because of Leclerc having to get out of it. Otherwise, Perez would have been past Russell, I think. Let's see this with Lance Stroll now. So Nico... Oh, yeah, Stroll gets hit from behind. Oh, yeah, Hulkenberg just gave him a little tickle. That's a shame. That start from Bottas. Oh, he made contact with Hulk as well. Couldn't get out of the way. We need to see what happened with Leclerc and Russell. Oh, Verstappen's 3.6 seconds ahead now. Verstappen's just, yeah. No, none of these teams have got the race pace of Max Verstappen. Yeah, Max is gone. Four seconds. His last lap was a 36.6. Russell's last lap was a 37.7. Max was a second quicker on the last lap. Hamilton looks fairly racy, but he's just stuck behind these cars in a DRS train. Did you speak about yourself in the third person then, Petru? I think you just spoke about yourself in the third person. Yeah. Max is a second quicker than Russell per lap. Yeah. Oh, he was only 7/10 of a lap quicker on that last lap, guys. He's washed. Oh, God. Sight saying, I have more pace than the guys in front. His engineer just says to him, yep, good to know. That's it. Yeah, good to know. We're not going to do anything about that. Good to know. Oh! Perez! I think Charles Leclerc made a mistake into turn 8. Or turn 10, sorry.
Russell has been instructed to settle into time management, Max, but not sure how far he will be able to do that with Leclerc and Perez behind.
Hmm. All these four squabbling is helping Max as well, to tell you the truth. No, well, that's great, Patrick. Yeah, good. Good for you. Hmm. Can Perez now get past Russell? Is the question. Like, Charles Leclerc is like locked up like 5 times now. Yeah, Max is just like so much quicker. It's not even funny. He's like 8/10 of a lap quicker than Russell in second. Hulkenberg lost a front wing. He damaged his front wing, rather, in the first corner. He had to pit. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder if Norris can catch the Ferraris. Hamilton passed Alonso. Well, Perez is behind some cars, but Perez did a 37.5 that lap. Max did 37.2. But Perez is already 8.5 seconds off.
Again, is it?
So... Oh! Logan Sargent. Is that down at turn 4? That's a bad spot to be parked. Sounds like he's made a mistake. Ivar, thank you for the 42 months, by the way. Sargent having another good showing. He's got going again. We're green again. No, well, Alonso got passed last year, though, if you remember, by 2 Mercedes early on. Oh, Sainz is past Perez? Sainz passed Leclerc, sorry? Oh! I thought they made contact. Leclerc had to back out of that. Oh, that was spicy. Charles Leclerc did not want to give that up. Oof. Yeah, not good from Sargent. It looked like he made a mistake and locked up, but we'll see. Well, Sainz... I don't know if Sainz is going to be less of a team player. We don't know, but I mean, you would, wouldn't you? You know you're being replaced. You've got no one to please anymore. You know, so you may as well just be out for yourself. I can't believe that that Perez hasn't got past Russell yet. Hamilton in 8th. What is he doing? He qualified 9th. Like, did you see qualifying? That Ferrari looks all over the place for Charles Leclerc. It looks all over the place. He's just got oversteer everywhere.
Yeah, tire's fine. I'm just struggling with the front right a lot.
We're going to see a replay of Sargent.
My front's still fine.
I don't understand. He locked. George Russell's pitted. Charles Leclerc's pitted.
Think about plan A -1.
Hmm. Yeah. That front wing is... It is damaged. Yeah, Valtteri Bottas's front wing's hanging off. That wing of Bottas is on a 90-degree angle. Oh. I'm pretty sure that was Leclerc off at turn 10 again. I'm sure he went off at turn 10. Perez is pitting. Hamilton's pitting. Oh, slow stop for Hamilton, man. So Sainz didn't pit. Sainz is up into second currently because he didn't pit. Norris also hasn't pitted yet. Yeah, I was right. Charles Leclerc did go over the curb again. He's had a nightmare race, Charles Leclerc, so far. Been all over the shop. All over the bloody shop. Yeah. I mean, so far, the battles have been really good. Other than, as it was last year, the battle for first. The battle for first is non-existent, but the rest of it is really good so far. Norris in the pits now. Good stop for him. Oh, Perez is going to get past Russell, I think. This is for net second place, this is. Oh, Russell's gone wide. Yeah, Perez is through. Russell went wide. Yeah, Yuki's up to 4th. Hasn't stopped yet, obviously, but yeah. Nice move from Perez, that. Well, the boats are certainly boating. I mean, Ocon is up to 15th, but Hulkenberg had to pit early on. Yeah. Matt, how you doing? Ooh, slowish stop for Sainz. Oh, Carlos Sainz back behind his Charles Leclerc. Where can you watch the race? Well, it depends where you live. I'm watching it on Sky in the UK. It's on F1 TV. Hamilton saying he's got no battery. Yeah, he is dropping a lot of time. He was closing in on Piastri and now he's dropping back. Albon's pitting as well. So Russell is now under pressure from both Ferraris. Oh, Sainz is all over the back of Charles Leclerc. Oh, God! From that camera angle, I thought he was making contact with him. Oh, God! Yeah, Hamilton is losing bucket loads of time, by the way, behind Piastri. He might have a permanent battery problem. Oh! What a move from Sainz that was. From downtown. Oh, my, my, my. Oh, guys, Max Verstappen's pitting. Do you remember? Do you remember Max Verstappen's in the race? Max Verstappen's in the race, guys. I forgot that Max Verstappen was in the race. That's wild, isn't it? Who knew? Who knew? If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, I appreciate having you. Make sure to hit that like button. It's free and it helps me. Thank you. Yeah, Charles Leclerc's got some serious braking issues. A very slow stop for Max, by their standards, but it's not an issue. He's got the track to himself, like.
I just cannot get out of from blocking everywhere.
Charles Leclerc believes he's got some sort of braking issue. He's saying the car's pulling to the right. It was something. Yeah, Leclerc's really struggling. Is George Russell complaining about his engine or something? George Russell's been complaining about his engine overheating. Yes, something has gone wrong with Charles Leclerc's car. Like, something has gone wrong with it. So Verstappen is 6 seconds ahead of Perez, but obviously Max stopped way later, so he's got much fresher tyres. Well, 6 laps. Yeah, it's not been a great race for Mercedes so far. Hamilton hasn't really been able to make that much progress. Then he's had some sort of battery problem. Then Russell's complaining of his engine overheating and he's been dropping backwards. So, yeah, not really been a great race for them so far. Verstappen just banging in a 35.2 while Perez does a 36 flat. Just 8/10ths quicker, no biggie. No biggie. Just 8/10ths quicker per lap. Russell's been told not to use overtake. Yeah, Russell's got some sort of problem. Bloody JK. Yeah, Ricciardo's down in 16th at the minute. Sonoda's in 11th. Let me just check. Yeah, that's a 35-1 from Verstappen and a 36-2 from Perez. Just a second quicker than his teammate. Just 4/10ths quicker in sector 1, 5/10ths quicker in sector 2, and then 2/10ths quicker in sector 3. Yeah. So, yep. Oh, something's gone. Oh, Hulkenberg's pitting. Back in 1 minute.
And Lando, just be careful of over pushing turn 1. The general wind speed.
Sock 6.
Right. Sorry. Guys, Sargent has been lapped. Both Mercedes cars are being told to lift and coast. And it's actually cool. That's really worrying for them. That's really worrying for them, because when it gets to hotter tracks, they're going to be screwed, man. It's weird. You've got the battle here of the wounded. you know, Battle of the Wounded. You've got George Russell, who's having engine issues or whatever, and you've got Charles Leclerc, who's got brake problems, and they're fighting each other. No, Mercedes didn't lose their engineers. I don't know why people are surprised about this. It happens in Formula One. People do, you know, year to year, people do better jobs, and people have periods of dominance, and this period of dominance isn't Mercedes. It's happened literally, like, since the beginning of the sport. Ferrari dominated for years, and now they don't. McLaren dominated for years, and now they don't. Williams dominated for years, and now they don't. Mercedes dominated for years, and now they don't. It's just the way it is. Red Bull dominated in the early 2010s with Sebastian Vettel, and then didn't win a championship again for ages. It's just the way it is. I mean, I think Sargent should just retire the car. Bless him. Well, Max isn't even pushing, and, you know, he's a second quicker than Perez every lap, guys. He's a second quicker than Sergio Perez every lap. Like, what? What's Perez doing? Yeah. Hmm. I always feel really sorry for Hulkenberg. He always has good qualifying, and then something happens in the race. It's the same again. Like, he made that little mistake into turn one, had to pit early, ruined himself, and now he's still down in 19th. Lewis's seat is broken. What the hell? Is that because of all the bumps? The seat's cracked or something? That's bizarre, isn't it? Car too hot. We're on board with Albon, and he's getting a message saying the car's too hot. I guess it's just cracked current, I guess. Yeah. It's worrying for Mercedes because it's actually apparently quite cold in Bahrain, ambient of 18, which I appreciate isn't, you know, cold. But for Bahrain, it's, you know, it's fairly cool. And they go to much, much hotter places. So if their car's overheating now, that's a bit of a concern, isn't it? Yeah, the race has been nullified a little bit. The race has been nullified. We were having some exciting fights early on. We had Sainz, Russell, Leclerc all racing together. We had the two McLarens. It's nullified a bit, isn't it? So we have to hope that it hots up a little bit towards the end. There's now, you know, gaps between Sainz. Leclerc's got a problem, so we're not seeing him pushing, which is a real shame. Sainz is closing in on Perez, but Max is dropping Perez like an absolute stone. 1.1 seconds he was quicker than Perez last lap. Like, seriously. He's a second a lap quicker than him. And they're on the same tyre. Yes, Perez's tyres have done 5 laps more, but Jesus, come on. Like, what the hell is going on there? You can't be a second a lap slower than your teammate. You can't be. Running in clean air. Yeah, Williams having problems with engine as well. So it must be the Mercedes engine, because they're also having problems with the car potentially overheating. Yeah, it's not been a good race for Mercedes, I'll tell you that. Not been a good race for Mercedes so far. I'm a little bit disappointed in Aston Martin so far as well. I thought Aston Martin would be a lot further up than they are. Unless Alonso's really playing the long game, but he's 11 seconds behind Hamilton right now. Yeah, McLaren aren't really doing anything either, are they? So...
New subscription received. Dispensing gratitude.
Like you were
Gratitude dispensed.
controversial. Yeah.
Wobetide76 gifted a tier 1 sub to Jerry Mag. They have given 162 gift subs in the channel.
Yeah, Sainz is looking decent. Not looking like he's going to be able to catch Perez, though. He is a solid lad, Werb. He is solid. Good noon, Werb. Max hasn't won yet, but, I mean, you may as well give him the win. You may as well give him the win, like. Everly, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I was hoping for a better race, for sure. There was promise. I feel like there was promise early on, but Kim, thank you very much as well. The reality is, though, the difference here is Verstappen. We know that Red Bull's the quickest car, but Verstappen's lapping 0.7 to a second a lap quicker than Perez. So, I mean... like... But Red Bull won't give a shit. They want Max to win, and they want Perez to finish second, so they'll be happy with that. They'll be happy with that.
Looking at plan A on target at the moment. Bottas a couple of tenths a lap quicker at the moment.
But yeah, consistently, Max is way faster than anyone else on the track. Max will be a pit stop ahead of Perez by the end of the race. I mean... yeah. This is the frustrating thing. Even if Red Bull are dominating, that isn't the concern. I just wish there was someone else in that car that could at least fight against Max. We had some good races last year, though. Even though Max was dominating, we still had some good races, so I'm hopeful that we're still going to have some fun fights. Especially between the midfield. Well, no, I mean, all Red Bull want is for Perez to finish second, so that's good enough for them. He's literally doing everything they want. They want him to finish second. What do you mean, not even second? Les Judd, how you doing? Patrick, thank you for the 65 months.
You were doing something right, Captain.
Moncastier.
Oh no, yeah, last year he wasn't, but yeah, it's, you know, I think the race promised a lot early on, but it has. Well, then don't watch, Masterin. Like, you say, I love Max, but this is boring. Well, then don't watch it. That's my honest answer to you. Ocon's retired, by the way. Or has he just pitted?
New subscription received.
Devil, thank you very much for the gifted sub. Oh, no, Kurtz, thank you for the gifted sub to Devil. On my timing, it says, oh, Bottas, no.
They have given 38 gift subs in the channel.
Ruined. Russell's in the pits. Poor Bottas. He always has nightmare pit stops. Ruined. Ruined. Yeah, where is Peter at? I want to know where Peter's at. You all remember Peter saying, oh, Mercedes are hiding their pace when they were fastest in P2. He's like, I told you so. You wouldn't believe me. I told you so. Where is he now? Where's Peter, eh? Where are you, Pete? Come at me, bro. Yeah, you're not going to show your face now, though, are you? No. That's right, Peter. You're not. Well, no, Russell pitting will force Charles to pit, I think, because the undercut's massive here. So on fresh tyres, it'll force Charles to pit. Max just Max might just be watching a movie on his dash, to be honest. I wasn't a menace at school, actually. I was a very well behaved beast. I was somewhat of a class clown, though. Do 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 do. I think you should just go and have a lie down, Jean-Pierre Lambiasi. There's nothing for him to do, is there? Nothing for him to do. He may as well just go have a lie down. Oh, it's not available on this screen, Eddie. Also, what was I going to say? Lance Stroll. He's not had a good race, has he? He's not had a great race either. Maybe Max is watching Drive to Survive. Ocon isn't out. My data on F1 said he was out, but he's not. He has been lapped. Yeah. Ocon and Gasly are running P17, P18, but Bottas just had a disaster stop, and Sargent went off earlier. So they're the only two cars behind Ocon and Gasly. The weather is dry but quite cold. It's 18 degrees track temp, I think. No, 18 degrees ambient, sorry. Hamilton's done his stop now as well. Yeah, I've only watched one episode of Drive to Survive. I might watch some of it tomorrow. Piastri now. They need a good stop. Oh, Piastri didn't make the corner, but yeah, Piastri. Piastri tried to send it into turn one there to stay ahead, but he outbraked himself. Norris is now only a second behind Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, I'm just I can't do nothing at the minute.
Yeah, 57 laps. We're on lap 36 currently. We got all the information on the screen ready for you. We've got the laps top left. Currently green flag. That's what the green means. The time next to it is the time left to finish the race, because there's only, once the race starts, there's only 2 hours to complete the race. So if there's red flags and safety cars and all that, that eats into the 2 hours. We've got some race control messages, obviously the track map, and then my mug. What's the radio listening to? What do you mean? Norris is right behind. Did you? I don't know.
And Alonso.
You might have. I can't hear it. Weird. I can't hear that. That's odd. So Perez has gone on to the softs for the final stint. 20 laps. Sainz is on the hards. Max Verstappen's pitting, everyone. That's exciting, isn't it? Yeah, Checo's gone on softs and so has Max. They're the only team that had a fresh set of soft tyres remaining. It's just. In theory, Libs, you can use a VPN, but I've had limited success with using a VPN on F1 TV because you have to actually use a VPN to buy it, I believe. You've got to actually subscribe. They're actually pretty good at detecting VPNs, in my experience. No, I don't think Alonso's going to be on a one-stop. He will pit. I think. Sainz could, in theory, get second place, but Perez is on the soft, so I don't see... I mean, he shouldn't. Hamilton back up to 7th. I don't think he's got enough pace to catch Norris or either of those, though. Yeah. Daniel Ricciardo's on soft tyres as well, down in 15th. Him and Tsunoda out of the points, so everyone thought RB was going to be really good, but they've not. They've not been, have they? Verstappen, 32.6. Perez, 34.6. Max was 2 seconds quicker than Perez on that lap. Perez did a 34.6 last lap. Sainz did a 34.7. Sainz is on hard tyres and Perez is on soft tyres. Can anyone make that make sense to me? Yeah, I'm not so... I just can't get over why Perez is so much slower. Having said that, Max's last lap was a 36.5 and Perez was a 34.3, so Max went slow there for some reason. Hamilton struggling to catch Norris. Perez has taken a lot of time out of Max Verstappen on the last lap. The gap was 18 seconds, now it's 15.7 all of a sudden. I don't know why they've left Alonso out there. It just seems like a stupid move. He doesn't have the pace to stay. I don't know. I don't know what he's done there or why they've done that. Can Leclerc catch George Russell? That's the only fight we've got on track potentially brewing up, so maybe. Oh, here's Nando. He's going to drop back behind Lance Stroll, though. Based on what we've seen, I think Alonso's going to retire. I think Alonso's going to be like, yeah, no, this is not for me. We're not going to win. and he's going to retire at the end of this season. Yeah, Max is just saving engine mode now, I think. Max is literally cruising, and Perez still can't catch him. Max is on like super duper cruise control, I think. Max has definitely put his car into eco mode for some motorway driving. Without shadow of a doubt. It's ominous, isn't it? It's ominous because, yes, qualifying was close. And you might not know this, but Charles Leclerc would have actually had pole position from his lap in Q2. He was the only driver not to improve in Q3 because of a mistake. He would have actually had pole. But I think what is obvious is what everyone thought from testing. Red Bull have incredible race pace. Like, they're much quicker in race trim. And so, yeah, no one's got anywhere near them. No, that's what everyone's done, Aribos. That's not weird. Everyone bar from Red Bull and a couple of other outliers have gone soft, hard, hard. That's normal. This isn't the last year of this generation of cars. Next year is the last year of this generation of cars. The cars themselves aren't really changing that much, though. It's the engine regs that are changing, really. That's the biggest change. But 2025 is the last year, not this year. Toto? I don't know. I haven't even seen Toto. I think, yeah, Sainz is hoping that he can catch Perez at the end of the race. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he will be able to do that. I'm really disappointed with Aston Martin. I thought Aston Martin were going to be up there. And McLaren flattered to deceive. I thought McLaren would be a lot quicker in the race as well. Norris and Piastri haven't really done anything. They haven't really moved forward, have they? Mercedes haven't been great. Ferrari have had problems, but Sainz hasn't looked good enough to match, you know, the front. So, yeah. Did you watch the season last year, Aribos? Russell did not outdo Hamilton last season. What? Hamilton not only scored more points than him, had more, finished ahead of him in qualifying more, and finished ahead of him in the race more, but Hamilton's race pace was much better than George Russell last year. Like, in pretty much every race, Hamilton had much better race pace. I sometimes wonder if people are watching the same races I'm watching. And Russell wasn't very good last year. By his own admission, he wasn't very good. Well, no. Aribos watches the races, but... I mean, Hamilton was better than Russell last year, for sure. Russell was better in the first season. Hamilton was really inconsistent. But last year, Hamilton was so much quicker than George in the races. I think, like, it amazes me that people don't, that say that. But he's not going to Ferrari because, you know, he thinks, oh, I'll go to Ferrari and I'll win there. Obviously, he wants to. You know, he'd rather, you know, go to a team where he has more of a chance of winning. You'd have to say that Ferrari looks like a better team at the minute in terms of competing than Mercedes do. But it's Ferrari, isn't it? You know, he's coming to the end of his career. He's had a chance to go, and he's thought, yeah, why not? Oh, Georgie boy! Ah, Georgie, George of the jungle. George of the jungle. Watch out for that tire lockup. Yeah. What? Sorry, Crofty. It's not often we see George Russell making mistakes. He banged it in the wall in Canada last year. He was in a podium position and banged it in the wall in Singapore, like within 2 laps of the end of the race. Am I going mad? I appreciate that, you know, George is a very good driver, don't get me wrong, but just like Charles Leclerc, George is known to be making mistakes. Like, he is known to be making mistakes. It's one of the things he needs to stamp out. Like, he made a lot of unforced errors last year that cost him a lot of points. What was Hamilton? Russell's already out of DRS of Charles Leclerc. Alonso's on the back of Stroll now as well. No one's going to jump in for softs. There's no point. You're never going to make the time. Everyone's done their stops now. Looking at what we're seeing now, I don't see any big changes in positions, to be honest. Ricciardo might catch Tsunoda. Ricciardo's on the soft tyres. It depends if those softs go off. Sainz isn't making up enough time on Perez. You know, Perez has got that under control. Yeah, I don't see any big changes coming. Stroll's going to let Fernando Alonso past. Pit time in Bahrain, I don't know off the top of my head, but I imagine it's about 23 seconds. Well, in theory, Piastri could pit and go for fastest lap. Yeah, he's got enough time behind him that he could do that. But I think Verstappen would still be quicker. To be honest. Let me just have a look at the times here. Norris. I wonder if Norris can catch Russell, actually. He was 4/10 quicker than him last lap. Hmm. They pitted a while ago. Like, for instance, Perez, softs are 12 laps old. Verstappen's are 11. Sainz's hards are 13. Norris was 3/10 quicker than Russell that last lap. Sainz has had a good race, I think. I know Charles Leclerc has had problems, but the overtakes were good. They were forceful but fair. He's had an alright race, Carlos Sainz. They have been quite disappointing, the RBs. They just haven't looked quick, Arivos. Like, I don't think they've looked quick. Russell or Hamilton all race. Well, it's actually not as bad as last year. Last year, Verstappen finished like 10 seconds ahead of Perez, who finished 26 seconds ahead of an Aston Martin. So actually, I know it sounds mad, but the gap is less. That's progress. And we look, it's obviously disappointing, but we know from last year that there can be some exciting races even when Max was dominating. So I'm not getting too carried away just yet. We got different types of tracks that I think McLaren will be stronger on next week, for instance. So I'm not concerned too much. Obviously, the Red Bull pace is worrying, clearly. But Yeah, it's the first race. I'm hoping that teams can understand their cars a little bit better and that Mercedes, McLaren and Ferrari can bridge the gap a little bit more. As well, if we can get some of these cars qualifying ahead of Red Bull, at least we'll have something interesting for the races. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on. We know that big changes happened for some teams last year, so I'm just, you know. So Hamilton did a 35.6, Norris did a 35.6, Russell did a 36.1. So Norris is slowly catching Russell, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Yeah, they're doing a swap because Daniel Ricciardo is on the soft tyre and he's got a chance to catch Magnussen and Zhou Guanyu ahead. But it was way too fucking late because Tsunoda just refused to do the swap for like 3 laps. He cost Danny Rick loads of time. So now there's no time, not enough time to do it. Norris 1.7 seconds behind Russell. He's got 3 laps, well, 4 including the one he's on, Norris. Last time across the line, he was only 0.2 quicker. I think Russell's got enough to hold Norris off at the minute. Based on what I've seen, I don't think Norris has quite got the pace to catch him. I don't think. I'm not staying around to watch the national anthem, Devil. I don't stay around for it. I've seen it enough. I was gonna say I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my Sunday, but it's not Sunday, is it? It's Saturday. I don't think he's quite got the pace. Yuki saying Daniel Ricciardo's not fast. Well, he's only just bloody caught him, Yuki. Because you stopped him for 3 laps. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Norris doesn't have enough, I don't think. Yeah. Max is at least having a relaxing time on Saturday, though, just like he will on a Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I still prefer the Sunday race. Personally. I don't think that's a concern, there being other sports, because qualifying's on a Saturday, you know. Final lap. Crone, thank you very much for the 17 months.
Received. Apparently you were doing something right, Captain.
George Russell in that Mercedes is 45 seconds off Max Verstappen. George Russell in the first Mercedes is 45 seconds off Max Verstappen. Toto is not going to be happy. Not going to be happy. Here we go. Max Verstappen wins. It's never happened before. First time. Oh my God. He's just going to keep winning. Winning again. Sergio Perez, man, has to bloody do better. Well, just because Red Bull have done a better job, Staler. Like, Adrian Newey's a absolute genius, and that's just the way it is. He won't win every race this year. I know people are now like, oh my God, season over. He won't win every race. I'm going to guarantee that. Ferrari and McLaren are going to be strong at other circuits. And if he does win every race, well, then he wins it. I mean, what can we do? Yeah, if he wins every race, I'll shave my beard. Shave my legs. No, I can't wax the legs. I told you. One of my female friends did it when I was very young. And the hair's never grown back there. Joe's been very eager to find out what product was used. Tramp stamp, yeah. Yeah, okay. No problem. Well, there we go, kids. There we go. Race over. Look. Let's not worry too much, okay? Let's just see how the first few races go on different combinations of tracks, and let's just go from there before we start overreacting, all right? But thank you for watching along with me. I enjoyed that. The first part of the first part was good. And then it kind of just fizzled out, didn't it? Can you request a raid? You can, yeah. I won't do it, but you can request one. Yeah. No, I'll do it. Yeah, to whoever. Give me a name. Give me a name. Right, YouTube. I'll see you next time, YouTube. Thank you very much. There will be lots of videos this week, probably tomorrow as well. And I will see you then. Bestie. Okay. Okay.